Yes guys, welcome back to another video. Welcome to the George Benson football channel. I'm in a brand new house. You guys know that I've been moving house this week. If you follow me on the old social media platforms, links to both Twitter and Instagram in the description below. 6 things we learned from Sheffield United 1, Chelsea 2. Contrary to popular belief, where if Chelsea win, I always get the videos out as soon as possible. When we lose, there seems to be a bit of a delay. It goes against the grain of that mantra that some of you guys have about me today, because I've actually not been very well at all. I keep getting sick. I don't know what it is, but it just keeps on happening. So last night I literally fell asleep with about 5 minutes to go in the game and woke back up again this morning, and here we go with the video. Chelsea win 2-1. It is another victory for Thomas Tuchel's Blues, and even though we did concede a goal, we still haven't conceded a goal to an opposition player in 4 matches. It was a calamitous own goal that we will talk about later in this video. But despite it not being the most entertaining game of football that I think I've ever seen, it was a good win. You know, Sheffield United have been in pretty good form recently, considering they were on course to be one of the worst Premier League sides in history, like general history. Like, it doesn't even matter if you've forgotten it. The history books would have said if Sheffield United didn't turn it round, they would be one of the worst teams that we've ever seen in this division. They've been in good form recently, and Billy Sharp, I still can't believe he's doing it, to be honest. He almost scores an overhead kick towards the end of the game. Chelsea ride out the storm, and there were some very good performances that we're going to talk about in today's video that I think could be little turning points for individual players, which could help Chelsea push towards finishing in the top 4. Before we get into box number 1 though, a couple of things I want to say. Please do subscribe to GBFC if you haven't already done so. And stay tuned till the end of this video, because you guys have been asking on social media for a house tour. So I'm doing the house tour once we finish the 6 boxes. So stay tuned to the very end of today's video. Box number 1, man of the match was given on the television to Timo Werner. However, I'm giving box number 1 to Mason Mount. It's not a blue box today because I don't think all round Chelsea was superb. But again, I think Mason Mount was, once again, one of the most important players on the field for Chelsea. The goal that he scored is a beautiful finish. It's on his weak foot. It goes towards the keeper's far side. He stretches for it. It was the only place in the goal where I think Mason Mount was destined to score. And the fact he hit it so early, with so much precision, after a great run and a great pass from Timo Werner, I thought it was a perfect Chelsea goal. You know, Mason Mount, something that we've said that we want to see Mount develop in his game. There is absolutely no doubt that when he's in the middle of the park, some of the passing range that he shows, the beautiful little touches, the commentators in all of these games that I'm watching, they seem to miss these little tiny flicks that Mount does over opposition players, and the way he starts different runs and different moves is incredibly intelligent. And I think this game that we saw against Sheffield United, against a physical side, we know that Mason isn't like the biggest and strongest, but he's getting his body in between players, and I don't think there's many players in the Premier League right now as good as Mason Mount when it comes to receiving the ball, turning the defender, either drawing a foul or setting it up for somebody else who's making a run to his left or his right. Mason was fantastic. It's a great finish, and it's the kind of goal where if he can just keep adding this to his game on a more consistent basis, we're talking about we already are, in my opinion, talking about one of the best midfielders currently in the Premier League. We move into the man who got 2 assists yesterday for us. It might not be a Premier League goal, but it was an assist nonetheless. First of all for Mason, second of all, brilliantly, to win the penalty that Jorginho then went and converted. Of course, I'm talking about the German striker Timo Werner. Lots of people have asked questions about Werner, saying, you know, is he a flop? You know, people like to just bracket loads of Chelsea strikers who just go on a bad run of form as being the curse of the Chelsea striker again. Timo Werner yesterday, I think we can see with some of the earlier play that we saw under Thomas Tuchel, and yesterday's performance in particular, Timo Werner, these runs in behind, it's a brilliant way to get people involved. You know, yesterday he got 2 assists. On any other day, he's going to have some more chances to his own feet to shoot and maybe to score as well. Timo Werner, I think it was a massive turning point performance for him yesterday. Despite not getting that Premier League goal to alleviate that off of his back, I think his performance was fantastic. I think he probably was Chelsea's best player. And the way that he moves as well, there's never really been... The question I've had about Werner has been to do with his first touch. You know, when the ball is actually played to him, sometimes his first touch is a little bit sloppy, but the way that he moves and the way that he always seems to just get that little nick on the ball past the defender, or in yesterday's case, past the goalkeeper, it's brilliant. And he keeps winning penalties for us, which is great news. And then Jorginho converts again. But we move into box number 3, and I've given it a yellow box because I think other than this moment of just absolute... I'm thinking of words here. I really should have planned this one out before. It is sorcery, you know? It's sorcery of the worst kind from Tony bloody Rudiger, you know? The irony of the whole thing, the first goal that Chelsea conceded under Tuchel is from a man who didn't even get a sniff at the beginning of the season, or maybe he had too many sniffs thinking he could pass it back to Mendy. You could never pick the ball up and it just goes and trickles in to the back of the net. Rudiger with an own goal yesterday. I can laugh about it now because, quite frankly, we got 3 points and that was the only thing that mattered in this trip to Bramall Lane. But what's going through his mind? You know, like there's part of the argument says, you know, Mendy, communication, like, but he can't pick it up, you know? Rudiger's just there like, hello mate, here's a goal for you, struggling at the bottom of the league. And when it goes in, I'm sat there thinking this is going to be one of those bloody days, you know? We play much better than they did, I think, in the first half. They gave us a good game, but we get that goal. And then within 15 minutes of the restart, we just had this moment of madness. But the reason it's a yellow for Tony Rudiger and not a red for that dreadful mistake of his is because other than that moment, I actually think he did very well. I thought it was a good performance from all of our defenders yesterday, and it needed to be so. So, despite the moment of madness, Rudiger gets himself a yellow, and we move into box number 4. And I've got to check my phone because for some reason it's not synced on me wee lappy toppy. Number 4 is for another centre-back who I thought yesterday was fantastic. Christensen comes in for Thiago Silva, who is out injured. And I thought Christensen was superb yesterday, to be honest. I know I've said quite a few times here on GBFC that I don't think Christensen is tough enough and therefore good enough to be a leading centre-back for Chelsea. However, as you guys know, the phrase I love to say so often, I'm happy to eat a slice of the humblest of the humble pies when one of these players that I technically write off here on GBFC comes good and puts in a very strong display. Christensen did exactly that yesterday. You know, I don't know why Zuma's still not playing. I think Tuchel and Zuma, there might be something going on there. Who knows? I wouldn't want to like fuel that fire just yet. It's probably not the case. It's probably an injury. But when Christensen was actually on the team sheet, no Zuma again, I was a little bit worried. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't necessarily have the full confidence in Christensen, but when he came on against Spurs, he was very good. And he was brilliant in that game against Sheffield United yesterday. So credit where credit's due. Christensen made some big tackles, some great blocks as well. And I think with a performance like that, Thomas Tuchel will be confident to keep him in the side for as long as Thiago Silva is out. We move into box number 5. And the fact he scored the penalty that won the game is what has given me... You know, I was actually going to give Jorginho a yellow in this game. You guys say that I'm very harsh on Jorginho. From the 4 matches we've now seen from Thomas Tuchel, I totally understand why he's got him in the middle of the park. We got that Jorginho-Kovacic partnership, and again, I thought Kovacic was probably the better of the two yesterday, and I think at times Jorginho slowed it down a bit too much. But in terms of the shape of the way that we're playing right now, Jorginho is key in this Chelsea side, and I think he will be a mainstay with this Thomas Tuchel team. You know, Kante, we've heard from Tuchel saying he's never going to rush players back from injury. It's not worth it with the amount of games that are coming through this season as football tries to recover from COVID. It is coming through thick and fast, and I think from what we've seen so far, Jorginho's been called upon in every game. He's scoring the penalties again, delivering the goals, and he is conducting that tempo pretty well. I don't think it was his best performance yesterday, but the fact he got that winner is absolutely massive. And we finish with box number 6, and a few days ago, well, I say a few days ago, it was like a week and a bit ago now, but it's still not been that long since Tuchel took over, but we got 10 points from 12, and it is a green box for finally regaining my confidence that we will indeed finish in the top 4 this season. In a crazy Premier League year where Liverpool were the champions last season by a country mile, this year we are now on the same amount of games played, and we're only 1 point behind Liverpool in 4th place. And with the momentum that we're building right now under Thomas Tuchel, I personally believe, I'm gonna do a little spin on my new office chair because I'm bloody excited about it. I believe that we actually might just finish in the top 4. We've got the momentum, and I watched Jan's match review this morning before I even recorded this one, and he says we're coming for 2nd place. And I would like to say that I am in full agreement with that one. I'm not fully convinced still by United, nor Leicester. Liverpool, who could be convinced by them right now? City are going to run away with the title. I think we could say goodbye to that one already. But Thomas Tuchel's Chelsea are moving in the right direction very quickly indeed. So it's box number 6 today. Thank you guys for watching. If you want to see the house tour video, be sure to stay tuned until the very end of this video. Hit the like button if you did enjoy it. Subscribe to GBFC if you're new. And as always, with 6 things we learned, let me know in the comments below what the 6 things that you learned were from Chelsea's 3 points in Sheffield. Thank you guys for watching. Gonna turn on the old mobile telephone. In fact, you know what we'll do? We'll do the classic transition where we go from one to the other. There you all are. So we move. Let me turn this off now. So here we have the laptop of destiny with my favourite Chelsea vlogger in the world, Janislav Ivanovic, right there. Got myself a nice little glass of water, lovely candle, a light. Here we go. Hey Google, turn off the office light, please. There we go. Does it for me. Very, very smart house. Little TV there for the office. Got this thing going on here with some wonky pillows, but we've got some fan stuff here for all the fans that are hanging out up there. Got a nice little wardrobe in here, which is just full of clothing right now, and a nice little jacket, which you don't need when you live in the tropics. Another little cupboard here, all pretty fancy and nice. We come through here, and here is my bedroom / my bathroom, which is looking rather nice. There's me, looking all flowery. Wonderful stuff. Toothbrushes. If you ever want to know my perfume cologne of choice, it is the Creed Spice and Wood. It is delightful. Got a nice little shower going on over here. Got some dressing gowns that came with the gaff. Turn that one off there. Then we move into the bedroom. This is indeed where the magic happens. Got another smart lamp going on there. Wireless charging in there. It's all pretty fancy. Nice little mirror so I can look at myself a little bit before we start filming GBFC content. Curtains. All this going on here behind there. Stamford Bridge. There we go. That's got to go on the setup for the next video. There is that. So as you come out the bedroom, this is obviously the office where I showed you guys first. And then as you move down here, you see the living area. And we've also got a nice view of some cows over there in the wee distance. So come down here, it's all pretty nice. Gonna keep this one rolling for you all. And we come out, and you've got a nice little door here with a little swimming pool there. A couple of underwear that's just drying up. Gonna put the TV here, but I'm thinking we might whack the television on the wall there, on a little bracket. Nice little seating area. A couple of friends can sit here, if I have any. Nice little kitchen. It's very smart stuff. Got a little diffuser here for nice smelling things. Here's a cupboard, which I'm sure you're all fascinated by. And we got another little cupboard in here with some stuff for making drinks, bottle of wine. Then we got some more cupboards and more glasses, oven, little bit of kitchen, bit of washing up. And then we got this lovely little set of drawers here with an axe, you know, because we all need one of those in our life. So yeah, that is the little tour. There is also another bedroom out the back with another bathroom, but it's pretty much the same thing as what I showed you before. You guys have been asking for a little house tour. I have been busy moving for the past few days, and whilst not feeling too great at the same time, it's not really the best recipe for making videos, but I don't know what it is. I don't know why I keep getting sick, but hopefully it stops soon and I can get into some kind of normality with a little upload schedule, because I've been quite bad with an upload schedule so far this year. But now we're in the new gaff, work is the focus. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you're all having a great day, wherever you may be in the world. Hit the like button if you enjoyed the little tour at the end as well, and I'll catch you guys later. Come on, you Blues.